How about now? I think I muted it when I was setting up.
There might be a small echo for a moment.
A little bit.
Okay, we're good.
Okay, so while I was up late last night practicing all these sound settings, I had to mute one to make sure. Let me know if it's too high or too low. We'll get there somewhere in the middle. I joked last week, and the joke stands, okay? We're going to get together as a family, and we're going to have fun, so help me. And you can come help me if you want, because this show's a ton of fun, but it's also a little bit beyond my scope of technical prowess. So we're learning as we go.
Hey, we're just happy to be here. I'm happy to be here. We've got a great show for you guys today, and I think it's exciting to fulfill IRL's aspirations to become the next NPR or the next Algo hour being referenced as NPR is like thinking about public service announcements and news and stuff. So just happy to be here, and I'm excited with what we got.
Yay, okay, so we've got a lot scheduled, a lot lined up, but first we're going to go do some news. AP is going to happen and tell us about the Hyderabad event that happened, and we will come back and see you in a little bit, Ted, okay?
Dear, thanks so much.
Hi.
Oh.
Good afternoon, good evening. So,
Hang on just a sec, AP. Let me get you in the right scene, because there's intro. Yeah, it's a thing. Let's do it.
yeah, so I was there in Hyderabad attending the first game of Hackathon, which is based out of India. It was a 3-day event. And first day we had a panel discussion, and there were 3 organizations that talked about how they were building on Algorand. I'm happy to meet a lot of students who are interested in building on Algorand. There were a lot of organizations that came to know how they can integrate, make Algorand their ongoing Web 2 applications that are already up and running. And second day, we had our development relations team that gave a demo on how to use Speaker, how to use Algo. And I was fortunate enough to meet with Shiv Prasad, who is the founder of the Algo, which makes the development easy on Algorand. Third day, we had a big session, and I'm happy to see lots of organizations that are already working on Algorand and tokenizing real world assets. I think Evident Capital and Tokenizo, they do that. And third winner was Streets, which help I think Web3 communities maybe to interact better with their end users. That's community members. So that's about the hackathon. The first one, and it was a wonderful experience for me.
Okay, and I know you sent me the key for the winners. Let's see here. Evident Capital, Streaks.
Yes, and Tokenizo. So Evident Capital actually they tokenize the real world assets like shipping containers that ships goods. So that kind of activity. So they are into alternative investments. So help clients to do alternative investments. And Tokenizo is helping to tokenize real world assets like events. Maybe if you are an organization who would like to maybe tokenize real estate, so they build you the infrastructure. That's what they are working on. I think they have already tokenized the Web3 event, which was I think in Bangalore or something like that. So, and third one was Streets. So Streets will help managers, that is Web3 community managers, to do airdrops. So for that they will give you a platform. So that's what they were working on. And there were a lot of other projects. I was happy. There was one person who came to me and asked how they can use blockchain in their software, which is into hospital management kind of thing. So yeah, there were a lot of people who came. I saw a lot of curious faces and a lot of people who want to build on Algorand.
And what were your impressions? I know that was kind of... Algo Kit technically goes live tomorrow, but they gave you a sneak peek on it? Is that what it was?
Yeah, so it gives more flexibility. So it gives flexibility. So there it will be all compartmentalized. So if you have a team of 5, or if you want to
really glad you got to go. It's always cool to hear about these events from people who were there. So I'm stoked that you said you would come in and kind of give us a field report on how the Hyderabad event went.
Yeah, and real-world use case like I think Algo has already signed an MOU with the Telangana government. So Hyderabad is the capital of Telangana. So they are building like the algorithms will help them build products that will help or impact I think common people in Telangana, and that's something great that we can be proud of being Algo.
There's a lot of cool stuff happening in India, and I know we have like the official handle on Twitter, but I'm not gonna lie, you're my informant. You gotta keep me posted on all the exciting stuff going on over there.
Sure, thank you.
Thanks for coming on, AP. I appreciate it. We will talk again real soon, okay? All right, so one of the things I noticed from last week was that my mouse is very loud. So I'm going to order a more quiet mouse for next week, I promise. But another thing that I thought was a little newsworthy was that CEO Sean Ford's stepping down on the ink side. I had somebody ask me, like, where's Silvio at? Like, where is he? He was in Paris Blockchain last week, so that was really exciting too. And then there are some upcoming spaces and events coming up. I always follow MJ. He's like kind of my go-to for upcoming events, but I do have the thread here. Make sure you follow him. But yeah, there's all sorts of really amazing spaces. So I know we're all talking about being in the bear, but there's really something cool going on like just about every day. Sometimes there's two things going on at the same time. Like tomorrow, we've got that Voice of the Algo community at 9 a.m. as well as the Riku Cooper Daniels live show. And there we are. Check us out. So there's all sorts of really cool things going on in the space. If you're around and want to connect, I definitely think Twitter Spaces is like one of my favorite. One of my favorite ways to connect with people, like person on person anyway. So check that out. I'm going to throw up the loading screen for a second and figure out what I did with my video. And then I think Ted's got a commercial break. All right, well, this is the spot where Ted does a commercial break. If you guys can hear him and he doesn't sound like he's in a toilet, I'm not keeping up with the chat super well right now, but is that something about like an air traffic control station maybe?
Hey, this is Ted Air coming at you live today at 52,000 feet. We're talking about next to market, but also more specifically about you. Yes, you people. Anyone can go and be a sponsor of today's show, just like Access Market has been for the past couple. All it takes is a simple $20 to get me to come up and talk about your company. Anything you want, anything you got, and I've got it. With that said, you can go and raise it up a notch. You can go up to $35 and I can read a script and say anything you want me to say. It is endless. The possibilities are endless. So I'll give you an example here with Access Market, where today we're going to be advertising tomorrow's Twitter space, where Ted's going to be talking about Senior Ted, not me, is going to be talking about his meeting with Silvio at Paris Blockchain Week. So it'll be interesting to hear a little bit more about that and just some of the wider news in the Algo NFT space for Access Market. So that's kind of the high level of it. Obviously, I can get a lot more fun and a lot more creative with it for your instructions. And yeah, that's your technology ad break for you. Back to you.
All right, I think it's time for Who's Active right now. Let's see, let's roll the intro. Yomo, how the heck are ya?
I'm doing well, Ariel. Thanks for having me on the show. Appreciate it.
I'm sorry, I'm new at this. It's a little sticky. It's kind of like my push-ups. It doesn't look that great, but you can tell my heart is here for it.
Yeah, I mean, I think everyone's just having fun with it and kind of just learning as we go along, so we appreciate you just kind of just running through it all. Most people would just shut it down, so you're doing a good job. We'll get through it and we'll have a perfect show at one point.
It's going to happen, mark my words. One of these days, people are going to be like, dang, that went well. But you know what did go well? Hashtag Algo Active. Yeah. It was awesome. So I think I have. I'm going to try to bring the screen up so that you and I can look a little bit at some of the awesome Algo Actives that we saw this past week. And then we're all going to hate you for this week's challenge that you're bringing us. So let's get into it. Let me pull that up and check these out. All right, so Cooper Daniels gave me some crap for doing them on my knees, but Jeremy had my back and got his knees way off the ground. It was crazy. That was huge. Delta Crew got in one of those like crazy mock video motion suits and put together that animation. I think it's amazing. You guys can all see that, right? It's good. Let's see. There were just honestly, so many people got up and did it. Here's one from Stacy. I'm not going to lie, cute pets are a bonus. Yoma, we had a turtle, some dogs, a cat, a unicorn. We had our animals covered. Conveniently enough, no birds.
Well, yeah, actually I never noticed that.
We had an ape. We had a guy at a circus. No birds. Come on, bird chain. We're going to have to step it up maybe. Bring up the birds. It was so good, though. We got Sean Ford. He got up in Algo Active. The whole team, poor Ann, cracking the whip, doing the hard part, getting the engineers going. Farzan, my buddy from our IRLAF segments. This guy, Flag, on ice. Tell me you saw those. He's on ice and he's doing almost like, it's amazing.
There was one person that posted where all I did was ask, can I come move in with you?
That was the one.
Just gorgeous. And then I just told him I'm just going to start driving west, and I'm sure I'll run into him at some point. But it was really cool. I think one of my favorite videos was definitely that the Algo Inc. one where they're showing the developers. But
yeah,
like just seeing like all the grassroots folks here, like just get involved on this challenge was so very cool. And really, really aesthetically pleasing at times too.
Well, I can't say that mine were really awe-inspiring by any stretch of the imagination, but that's not the point. So there are guys that are totally awe-inspiring doing them on tables and one-handed and their legs up in the air. But honestly, I was just as impressed. We had Adri do it after an injury, and she was like, I'm kind of recovering. Stacy got in there. I wouldn't call Sierra's wall push-ups her best effort, but she got them done. And that's the whole point of this segment. We want people to have fun, like laugh a little, have a good time. Rumi had some resistance training with his little one on his back.
Awesome. I think he did. There's people that did multiple videos.
Yeah, they got Algo Active more than one day. It was awesome. It was really good. Noel chimed in. Ross did them, but only because Stacy did it, apparently. That's what the tweet says. I'm not making it up, but like...
Peer pressure is real.
I'm gonna I did an interview with him recently, and he said, my Calendly's on, so I'm going to start putting Algo Active on his Calendly. I'm just going to add it to his calendar for him every week, just in case I can't rope Stacy in every time, because he did a great job. There were just so many good ones. Slough City, Taco Coin did them while he was watching the Coop live. Chris put up some push-ups. I did not know. For the record,
I'm a bit delayed on the video here on YouTube, but looking at Ross doing these push-ups, just phenomenal form. So many people had just phenomenal form. I did not realize how fit Algren was. It was really cool to see.
We are. We're even if we're not fit, I'm not looking to get a six-pack for summer, but I do think I could have some healthier habits, and when they align with Web3, it just is, it's good. So there were awesome ones. Honestly, there were so many that it just goes on and on and on. I haven't seen this one yet.
Which one is that?
Luga doing it on his fingertips.
Oh, yeah. I think I saw Dale doing it on the back of his wrist. For the folks at home, don't do that. Don't do that. It is a cool trick, but you're going to end up busting your wrist at some point. So do the things that make sense to your body and your limbs, please.
Little known fact, Dale had his own push-up series, way back. Dale is a man of many talents, but yeah, he is actually really into it with push-ups, and had his own video series about doing push-ups. So I saw that video and I was like, no, your wrist, but he was okay. There's this one. There were a couple like this one I have up right now. It was on the chairs and on tables. I would have broken my face. So this is a good point where we remind people to know your limits. If you're me, don't get on a table and do push-ups. But I love that the buff guys did have a chance to kind of show off their technique and it was good all around. Honestly, I can't thank everyone enough for just getting involved in any way they could. Ice Age Trails got his kids to do it. Mark literally jammed between two cars on a quick break at work to do it for us. There were so many good ones. Frugal Frog did them. We had other chains getting into it and putting them up. The Alex Project representing. There were just so many good ones I cannot even tell you. So shout out to everybody who got Algo active with us this week. It was so much fun. It was kind of an unbelievable, you cannot deny how much fun and how positive that was. So shout out to each and every one of you.
Change from the consistent narratives that we hear in terms of this is bad, this is bad, this is bad. It was really, really a nice little pocket of space that we had in our little echo chamber here to see all these folks do something for themselves, because not only are you getting yourself physically fit when you're doing these type of things, but you're boosting your mood, you're boosting pretty much the rest of your day when you start off with things like this. So it's not just the physical aspect of it, but more importantly, it's the mental aspect. And it was really, really cool to see everyone get pumped up by the community and everything too. So awesome job, Ira. Great initiative.
Now we're gonna hate you because you almost got a challenge for us for this week. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little worried. I'm a little intimidated myself to even be able to do it for just 1 minute. But let me see if I can cue this up, and then you do a little explanation in the video I think you sent me. So I'll let that play, and then we'll talk it out a little bit further. Hang on here.
We can always post that video with it.
Yeah, and there's modifications. I have a modification run of it too that's really fun. So let's see if I can get this one up here for us.
Alright, not gonna lie, this is my 5th time trying to record this, so I'm a little worn out.
Let me know what's going on.
We're gonna be doing Bustbusters. Minute round. What it's gonna consist of is
It's rolling, but you won't hear
1,
it.
2, drop and do a push-up, turn.
What am I seeing right
1,
now?
2, drop and do a push-up, turn.
We'll just jump straight into it as the video
1
playing.
minute.
You're explaining it right now. Give yourself a second to finish.
2 minutes.
You guys can't hear the video going.
No, they can hear it. You can't.
Repeat those rounds. Starting in about 10 seconds. I want to urge you that you can go at your own pace. If you ever feel like something's off, make sure to take a break. A deep breath. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Drop. Up. Turn. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Drop. Up. Turn. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Drop. Up. Turn.
All right, you're running through it, Yomo. Break it down for us. What did you just do, and what do you call it? Because I feel like we have a minor difference of opinion on this.
Yes, so this is more boxing, and a boxing flavor of the word, essentially. So one of my old coaches, Coach Pops, every time we got done training, it was get back in the ring, we have pulse busters to do. Everyone moans and groans and such, but now that we've done push-ups, now we're adding a bit of cardio.
Almost there.
Okay, so everyone that's done push-ups over the past week, just make sure that you understand that you can go at your own pace here. You don't have to kind of fly through things. But all we're doing here is essentially just adding a little movement to our push-ups and adding a little bit of cardio, so we build it up. And you don't need to know how to throw a perfect 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Keep watching.
You don't even necessarily need to have a 1, 2, 1, 2.
Alright, not gonna lie,
You can always just kind of run your pace.
so I'm a little
So
worn
what you
out.
want to do is
We're gonna be doing plus
start at 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
Minute round.
Hold on in place 6 times. Drop down. Get a push up. Back up. Turn around. Same thing. And just keep going. Everything is timed, and you want to kind of just keep building off of that time there. So start with 30 seconds, then go to 45 seconds, go to a minute. See how comfortable you get there, and keep building and progressing from there. And if you hit a plateau, or if you feel like you need a new workout or anything like that, I write workout plans and stuff for a lot of people in Algo. So if you want some extra tips, always feel free to DM me.
Awesome. Okay. Now, I didn't grow up calling them puss busters. I grew up calling them burpees, or I had a coach that called them gut busters, which if you do them enough, they will bust your gut up for sure. But needless to say, nobody other than Lord Beluga, I was like, do you have another version of a burpee that you want to send me? So he sent me this. I'm going to let it play, and then you can respond on the name while we watch this. I think he's Spider-Man in the video, to be completely honest, but I'll roll it.
I'll have to catch up. And don't worry, everyone, I did send over some more mild workouts for future use. Like there's a plank that's coming down the road and a few other things too.
Yeah, we're going to get yoga moves in there. Yomo wanted to build off the push-up. I'm down because I'm not qualified to tell anybody how to do any type of workout, like rolling out of bed. And keeping children alive is about the extent of my activity level. So this has just been a really great reminder to like stop and take a minute to like intentionally get active. That's what it's about.
I was just seeing sets now. I love it. So essentially he's doing the same type of thing. He's just working on a little bit of cardio and doing a lot of fun shit. That's awesome. So yeah, he's doing the exact same thing as I'm doing. I'm just working a little bit of punching and all that, just because I'm used to it. But really, all you want to make sure that you're doing is drop it down, hitting your push-up, doing a little jump, and making sure you turn, hit it again, turn, hit it again. And then just go until exhaustion, and then you'll feel a hell of a lot better about the rest of the day, I promise you.
Well, last week I promised prizes, and I'm a little bit technologically stuck on how to get all the people on the wheel, because I know not all of us did it for the prizes, but if it made just one person try it, it's totally worth it. So I picked out another NFT for this Puss Buster, Gut Buster, Burpee Challenge for the week, and I picked out one, Yomo, that he looks just like you. It is a totally average cat. He's awesome, and that's going to be what's up for grabs this week for getting him in by Monday.
Yeah, it's a good prize. It's a really, really good prize. Shout out Freaky.
Yeah, for sure. So, anywho, that's what we're doing. It's all Yomo's fault. He set the workout this week. But we love you guys. Let's get Algo active together and be positive and encourage one another. And honestly, that was the best part about seeing all the push-ups this week. I'd see a post, well, Ranter did it, so I'm doing it. And well, if Stacy can do it, I'll do it. And there were so many just like good peer-on-peer motivation that went on. It made my heart really happy. So thanks for everybody for participating. I'm going to spend today and get everybody's wheels on a name. Ted and I talked about this interesting idea, because I know a lot of us don't do it for the prizes, but that we might kind of do a push, pass, or play kind of thing, where you can take the prize, roll it to the next week, or maybe pass it off to a charity of your choice. So we're gonna do the push, pass, play, I think, on these prizes. More to come on that. But yeah, I really appreciate it. We're gonna go right into flex time, and Yomo, you're coming right back for that. So I will see you guys in just a minute. Alrighty. Hi guys. Did you like the new intro? I want to know, because I liked the intro I made last week. But it was like not the right vibe, if that makes sense. So, new intro. Let me know what you thought for that scene. And I've got Ted. Hi Ted. And Yomo, you're back. We're going to talk some Algo NFTs.
Sounds good.
Fantastic. Hopefully my mic is a little better. I'm doing the best I can here, and I'm just excited to be a contributor to what you call the fashion police of NFTs. So I'm excited.
Yeah, this segment's going to build out. We have to get people just as good at, posting with one single hashtag, because it's really hard to, find a good thread to kind of go through. So this week I used Algo NFTs as a hashtag. Let me see if I can pull that up here. Where did that screen go? Well, shoot, we'll just have to get it back again then, I suppose. Let's see.
Please hold. This is Ted Technology is at its finest right now. Here at Ted Technology, we do our best to satisfy all of our customers, and if you are not satisfied, you can always call our emergency support line at 1-800-1-800-SHRIMP-NOW.
Oh man, it'll get there. Let's see here.
Yeah, we already have our first caller at 1-800-SHRIMP-NOW. Hello?
This is not liking me right now. I don't know. I think when I brought up the totally average cat, I kind of lost my window place, guys. It's OBS is something else. It really is. But let's see if I can get it back up. Here we go. So let me know your thoughts, guys. If there's a project or a hashtag that is really great to be able to find good flexes on, and I'm just missing it for whatever reason, let me know, because I think that this could be really fun. There's some traits that I really like, that I like seeing on stuff, and there's some that I don't. I know last week I kind of threw a little shade on the Binky trait, which is fine. It's nice. It's just not my favorite. So, let's see what we got here. I got a Pixel Pop popping up from Algo Mo.
I like the Pixel Pop. I think Yellow is going to be a little bit defensive. There's more competition in the canine competition. That's what it is.
If you think I'm going to ever push against more dogs, you do not know me, Ted. The more dogs, the better.
And then the next we have this beautiful basic flower-eyed Mingo. I think it's nice. I get a Daisy vibe on that. Who is that IRL again? Oh, Lord.
Thread for details.
Yep, see the thread for details.
So that is a nice clean basic Mingo right there.
It's a nice Mingo. Yeah,
Ready
for sure.
Spring. Ready for spring.
Oh, I'm glad this came up on the flex. Maureen Denny. Her stuff is cool, guys.
I know, totally agree. I think it's amazing to kind of see just how much different things are
photograph from M's Market this morning, actually, of Lake Huron. It's really pretty. She tweeted it. I don't know if it's going to come up. I think she used the hashtag. We'll see. But it was a multi-min, and I think that that's such a good idea for photographers in the space to maybe get the same thing you would get for a single print, but like fractionalize it kind of, so that more people can own it. This wasn't it. It was another one that she did, but it was of Lake Huron. Some wicked princes, wicked kings. Sad Kid's house.
Going back to Maureen, it's been really cool seeing Maureen get, I've been seeing her more and more on my timeline and all that, and it's been really awesome. I think a lot of it comes from that Algo active and her getting really involved in there. But she's another one of those, one-of-one NFT artists that definitely deserves the support from the community and such. We just don't see enough of it yet. So if you haven't picked up anything from Maureen, I'm going to be doing something this afternoon to pick up something from her. Go take a look. Not financial advice, just art advice. She does something very unique to the space compared to a lot of the stuff that us other project creators do. But it should not be overlooked by any means. That's some fantastic photography right there.
I agree. I love Maureen. I gel with her vibes, man. That's like, I'm wearing a blazer, gotta be super, I gel with her vibes, man. Like, she's awesome, and she's so sweet, and she's so honest, and like, I was in a really good space. Rand Gallery's been doing those creator one-of-one spaces and how to support one-of-one artists. She was in one of those the other day, and it was just really great to hear from her. I pulled up the piece I snagged. I'm a Michigander. I love me some Lake Huron, so that was kind of a cool, I don't know if you guys can see it yet, from M. That's a clean pixel pop. There are some really cute pixel pops. I gotta say, I'm a fan. I also like rainbow traits. I know last week I talked about a trait I really didn't love. I really like rainbow traits. Not maybe rainbow vomit, but like rainbow unicorn horns. I have a penny crayons piece with a rainbow sweater. Like the rainbow backgrounds and the iridescent colors. I don't know. I like the spectrum of colors. Some of the ones that include, I don't know, that's just one of my favorite as far as, I don't know what project that is, Dirty Creepy, I'm going to have to check that out. I don't know anything about them. That's what you get when you scroll live on the Twitter, but it is one of my favorite traits to see on other projects is the rainbows. Algo Pard.
To see this difference of, just all kind of going back to Maureen, going back to the pixel puffs, seeing and kind of what we're seeing now, you stopped on, just all these different awesome types of art that are really kind of continuing to build. And before, when I first joined, it was you had maybe one or two different types of algorithm NFTs in general. There was a singular PFP project, or there was a singular gaming project, or a singular 3D project. And now it's really fantastic to see, truthfully, how much more activity there is in general within the space, and part of that comes from, I think, the overall accessibility for being able to mint and create a collection. And I think that creates an environment where artists that are kind of wanting to experiment with this newfangled technology, NFT, are able to go out and be kind of in an ecosystem without really a huge, large barrier to entry. So overall, I think it's great. I think it's what we're seeing and what we continue to see is this kind of artist resurgence. And it's great to just kind of go, and I think a lot of us collectors and people within the Algorand ecosystem that are kind of active and such, it's easy to get lost just focusing on one of the big projects and stuff. And these one-of-one artists that are predominantly found on Darkroom or EXO or the different kind of other marketplaces. I think it's really awesome to go and give them the opportunity and the spotlight they deserve.
And if you want to give a little spotlight in the chat, I put Maureen's NFTX collection page, Altered Pixels. So if you want to give it a check, if you haven't given any look to any Maureen's work, good opportunity to do so as you space out on our voices and start to look at her amazing art.
For sure. I have another thing I'm really bullish on in the NFT scene, which I have been a fan of, in all fairness, since I think Algo was the first one that really got my attention, is collaborative pieces. So this one, for example, is Project Raven. Shout out to Spania, who did the push-ups with me this week. Get it? But it's Project Raven and Billy Beekman, Scott Marin. And I love both those projects, and I just think they made something really cool kind of collaboratively. I don't know, so that one's up there too.
Yeah, that is really cool. I like that a lot. Because you can really see both sides of them too. You can see the Raven side and that side of the artist, but then you can definitely see Billy Beek's just insane use of color. And deep shading that he does. So it's a really, really cool collab piece right there.
And then Josh, Algo Buddies, he's been around, since I've been around. It's got a collab with Sergeant Hoover, doing these little blazing buds. So I gotta hand it to the Pixel Pups, man. I'm seeing a lot of flexes from them. So definitely for next week, we'll get a little bit more organized, maybe pick a few of our favorite flexes that we see throughout the week and talk about those. But I think it's fun to kind of just talk about the art a little bit more like if we were watching it or, looking at it in a gallery.
Maureen had a good, I keep saying Maureen, but she had a good idea in the chat, and this is something that I was initially thinking of too when you were asking about hashtags. Let's just create our own like you did with Algo Active and just make it Algo Flex. And therefore it's much easier to grab throughout the week. Because if you do Algo NFTs, etc., it's going to be really difficult. But if we make our own, like Algo Flex, then it should be pretty easy.
We will, it'll be dependent. I was talking to IRL about this earlier. The one concern was math nerds.
So I searched all these hashtags, are the ones that I could think of way back, and there was it was people flexing algorithms. Like Algo Flex, it was some math nerds, but that's okay.
We'll make something happen and keep an eye out on the socials, everyone, for hashtags and pretty much if you see your friend doing it, you should go ahead and do it yourself.
Except if you're talking about illicit drugs or something that's not safe, don't jump up. My mom always said if so and so jumped off a bridge, right? So the mom and me is coming out. All right, well we're gonna take a break. And then we're coming back, and Joe sent us a message. Our Dev did not die. He was traveling this week, so he pre-recorded his message for us. But thanks, guys.
All right, yeah, so this is the second commercial break. This commercial break is sponsored by, once again, you the people. Yes, you. Anyone can go ahead and contact IRL directly to go and advertise on this show to help support local establishments and local artists and people just like you. I think this is a sound opportunity for anyone to come, give me a script to say anything that you want, and just go wild. Are you a fledgling project that wants to go and get the word out and have someone like me take a look at it, do an improv advertisement that's better than anything you could possibly imagine? By all stretches, go ahead. All stretches of the imagination, go ahead, excuse me. It's been a hard morning ever since I've stopped drinking coffee. And that's why I need you to pay IRL for the sponsorships. So she can go and send me Starbucks gift cards every time I'm late to our weekly roundup meetings. With that said, quick little breakdown, $20 to go or whatever it is to go and get me to do a script, and I think it's around $35 for me to do a script and $20 for me to just do a quick little shout out. Prices and patents are pending, so we're just trying to go and get the word out, trying to find something that we're finding people and find places that want to continue supporting us as the local public radio network that we are. That is your TED Talk. IRL, back to you.
I love it. I get a lot of people that ask me how to support what we're doing, and I would love it if you thought of a great segment and you want to take the lead and kind of, put together, so that sounds great. If you want to, help me pick prizes out for stuff, that's great too. If you want to do some legwork on the back end, that's great. Like, I joke with Ted, but it reminds me of the NPR membership drives. Like, you can get involved at any level, because there's, many hands make light work, and that's kind of what this show is all about. So I appreciate it. There is an opportunity, like he was mentioning, for these commercial breaks, which we just think are kind of fun. For the young folks in the crowd who don't know, that is a TV that has the knobs and stuff. We're all dating ourselves a little bit, but I think it's fun. So it's something that we can do to offer more ways to get involved. I do have some outstanding sponsors that definitely deserve a shout out. NFD or NF Domains, Rand Gallery or Rand, and NifGen have all kind of stepped up and been like, hey, it doesn't matter if it's Algo Hour or your IRL with, like, we want to support kind of just what you're doing in the space. They give me $50 every month in USD or an Algo equivalent, and it gets put into paying people to help me edit and do tech support and buy NFTs, and it's fun, but we definitely want to give people a way to get involved. So shout outs to them. It's kind of a sour deal. They don't get a whole lot of say or advance notice, but they're always there being supportive. So we appreciate them, and that's why they're on those sponsor bars. I'm going to go ahead and set it up so y'all can see what Joe sent us in.
Hi everyone, unfortunately I couldn't attend the live stream because I am currently in India, and during the stream I'll be flying back. So I wanted to record a video and talk a little bit about AlgoKit, answer some questions that people commonly have, and then show you how it works. So with AlgoKit, it is a single tool that provides you everything you need to know or everything you need to have in order to develop on Algorand. So I'm going to be showing you how easy it is to install that tool, and then once you have that tool, you don't need to install anything else. You can deploy and create your first smart contract with that one tool. So AlgoKit provides things like templates and a local network that are really helpful for reducing the friction for getting started with Algorand, especially for those that aren't Web3 developers already. So I'm going to go ahead and switch my screen, show you what it looks like, and then answer some common questions. So in order to install AlgoKit, you can use either Brew on Mac OS or Choco on Windows. There are some other dependencies, mainly Docker or Docker plus WSL if you're on Windows. I already have Docker installed here, so to install AlgoKit, I simply run this command, brew install Algorand Foundation, tap AlgoKit. If you're on Windows, then you just run Choco install AlgoKit. Right now, I don't think it will work because we're still waiting for Chocolatey to approve the package. We have a lengthy package approval process, but once that's ready, it will be a very similar command to this brew command here that I'm running on Mac OS. So I'm going to go ahead and run that command. That's going to go ahead, get all the dependencies for me, and install AlgoKit. If you're a developer, you might notice the output says it's using pipx. You can also install AlgoKit directly through pipx if you already have pipx installed. So AlgoKit has now been installed. I'm going to go ahead and clear the terminal. Oops. And I can go ahead and run AlgoKit Doctor. And that'll show me that I'm running AlgoKit 0.5.0. It'll give me all the other information that I need to know about my AlgoKit installation. So now that I can verify that I have AlgoKit installed and I'm running 0.5.0, which is the latest version as of this recording, I'm going to go ahead and get started with development. So to create a new package, I just call AlgoKit init, and then that will ask me things I want to define about the project. So the first of which is what directory I'm saving it. I'm just going to call it AlgoKit demo. And then this is a really cool feature of AlgoKit V1 is the template feature. So right now we have 2 templates. There will be more to come, but I'm going to use the Beaker template, and this will set up a Beaker application that I am ready to compile as soon as the template is created. So I'm going to go ahead and select Beaker, which for those of you that don't know, is a Python framework for writing Algorand smart contracts. And in here, I'm going to go ahead and type in, this is the package name, so AlgoKit demo, show Algorand foundation, and then I'm going to select all these defaults here, run AlgoKit Bootstrap, and then it's going to go ahead and install all the dependencies that I need for Beaker, all the dependencies that I need for the smart contract that the template has written. And then I'm going to go ahead and it's going to automatically open up window ready for me to start getting developed. And in here, I can see in smart contracts, we have a very basic hello world. And so if I go over here to the run and debug window, I can see a couple options. I can build and deploy Beaker application, deploy a build application, or build. I'm going to build and deploy, hit run. And just like that, we are executing hello world. And we can see all this information. Namely, we called hello world on the network, and it was told us that the value it received was hello world. And that's exactly what the smart contract does. It returns the string hello world. And so that's how easy it is to run your first Algorand smart contract. So that tool, what it did is it created a local network for us, as you can see here in the logs. It did a lot of things. So it created a local network for us, then compiled our application, then created an account to deploy the application, then it deployed the application to a local network, and then it called that application and gave us the return result of the application call. So it did all of that with a single button click. And all I needed to do to install this was run brew install, then run AlgoKit init, and it did everything for me. So that's a quick demo of how AlgoKit works. Now let's talk real quick about some common questions that people might have. So the first one is, I showed here how to use Beaker. There are other languages on Algorand as well. Like you could be a just raw teal developer. You could prefer just raw PyTeal. You could use Tealish. You might use Reach. The cool thing about AlgoKit is that you can plug and play with any templates or languages, and it will help you get started without needing to do anything other than pasting in the template URL. So anyone in the community can make their own template. So you can make a template for an NFT marketplace or an auction app, which is something we're going to be doing. And then anyone else can just download that template and get started with development for their specific application right away. Now, one other thing about AlgoKit is that here we just showed smart contract development. There's nothing stopping you from including front-end development as well. So most applications on Algorand, if you're full stack app, you have to have a web interface. And so AlgoKit can provide a template for that as well. In this template, we only have smart contracts, but the front end can easily be integrated as well, as we don't only support Python, which is what AlgoKit is written in, but we, of course, support all the other native development languages, most importantly, JavaScript, which is what most front ends are written in. So that was a quick introduction to AlgoKit, kind of showing you what it is, and hopefully answering any doubts you might have about it. If you have any more questions, feel free to join our Discord and ask away. Also, reach out to me directly, and hopefully you guys found this helpful. Hopefully, I'll see you next week live when I am back home and able to attend. Thanks, everyone.
Ted, it's been quite a show.
It has been.
I don't know how I feel about Yomo's challenge. I feel like it's going to be really fun to laugh at myself after I do my burpees, and that's okay. That's what it's about.
Positivity is what we need, and positivity is what we need to preach IRL. And that's something that I'm really looking forward to and hoping that I can help embody with the rest of you, and not just with you IRL, but the rest of the audience and everyone. Rancher, Marie, Nikki, Vacuum, Felicia, Photo, Crypto Lucio, NFTs, all these different people that have come out and support us throughout the hour and persevered with us live, and much less the people that are watching this after the fact. Good afternoon, good morning, or good evening, to quote the famous Truman Show, and I hope everyone is doing good. Don't let IRL's apprehension he's done. I think, yeah, I think we've had a great show today, and I'm just scrolling through the chat. I apologize if I'm not looking directly at the camera. I was just scrolling through the chat to make sure if there's anything else that I had missed. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming out and attending. As always, we appreciate your patience, patronage, and positivity. The triple P's.
For sure, guys. You guys are so sweet. And, like, you know, I feel like we all know I am known for my technical prowess, right? I'm a borderline boomer. It's a rough push uphill going both ways. Even learning to get a stream out, let alone trying to tweak these audio issues. So it seems like volume's not the issue. I'm going to check in and do a little homework on maybe it's how I have my settings somewhere else. I thought maybe last week it was the volume, and I spent a lot of time learning how to control the volume, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So I'll get down to the bottom of that. It's going to get better and better, and either way it's going to be fun, I promise. But, like, you're going to come back and do this with me again. We're going to get Algo active in the meantime, and we're going to flex our NFTs with a hashtag that we're all going to get on board with at some point. But, like, it was a good week.
I think so, for certain. And as someone that's had a lot of bad weeks this year, I think this is certainly one of the better ones. So, IRL, I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone else. Emma, Alex, Roy, Uber, and everyone else that I've missed.
Yeah, Buddy Man's in there. Sheba. Hey, Sheba. You know, I talked to a lot of you individually about this show and what I wanted it to be. Hopefully you're kind of starting to get an idea of what we wanted to be, what we wanted to do. With that being said, I do have a new outro for you all. There's a new intro for Flex Time this week. Definitely give me all the feedback. Sometimes you're in an echo chamber of one when you're working on stuff late at night at home once the kids go to bed on the working on the show. So I appreciate Ted and everybody that has given me lots of feedback and just let me bounce ideas off of him. I joked with him that between his good luck and my technical prowess, like, what could go wrong with the show, right? So really, just thank you all so much. Thanks for getting Algo active. I can't believe how well that went. The whole point is to just be intentionally active a little bit and it be a good thing, you know, have fun with it. So I'm going to roll my new outro. Check it out, guys, and let me know what you think. And give me some feedback. We'll see you next week.
Cheers. Thanks, everyone.